You may need a pair of sunglasses in a bright sunny day, but Google's Project Glass wants to do a whole lot more than just to protect you from the sun. In the wake of the Charlene High School shooting and other tragedies at the universities across the country, schools are upgrading their security systems and installing public announcement systems just like this one here at KU. Students' home stretching techniques like this one could lead to better memory, which in turn could lead to better grades. College students can lose their manners when they move away from home, but tonight KU is helping them to get those manners back here at the Alumni Center. Just sitting on the bike trying to hit the ball isn't exactly easy. It is even more difficult while riding the bicycle. Area high school students got a chance to see what college is like today. Members of the Office of Multicultural Affairs showed them around campus. The program tries to give high school students and their families a head start in the college search process. Future Jayhawk Preston Corner says he benefited from today's tour.
I've enjoyed it. I've learned a lot. It's been very informative, and it's great to be here at KU.
Corner says he was impressed with today's visit.
It's a great school. Great campus. I love it.
Faculty members from the Office of Multicultural Affairs presented information about the many programs and resources available at KU. The Office of Administration's Associate Director Greg Vordovino says the program not only provides lectures and multicultural opportunities, but is also engaging for students.
We know that these students need that specific information about what they can do when they come to KU. So we do a little bit of both. We do programs that are the same thing that we offer to our junior day, to our junior students, but also include the resources and opportunities. But we also want to show the fun part of KU.
He says after the program, students will start to get an idea of how they could see themselves fit at KU.
We want them to continue to come and visit us. The more that a student visits KU, the more that they're going to get excited.
Charlene, KUJH-TV News. KU researchers discovered a new method of detecting electric currents based on a process called second harmonic generation. Physics graduate student Brian Luzica took the leading role in the experiment.
Before this, there was only one way to measure electrical current, and that's not really a direct way. So what you do is you measure current by sort of looking at where it ended up. It's sort of like if you're trying to measure the speed of a car, you take a picture before and after, and then you see how long it took for the car to go that far.
However, for electrons, there is still no tool available that allows people to directly see the motion.
What we found is that you can use light as sort of a radar gun of electrons. So the idea is if you have a current moving through a material and you send one light beam to the material, a different color of light will come out, and the brightness of that color depends on how much current you have going through it.
The experiments were performed in the ultra-fast laser lab on the first floor of Malott Hall. Rizika says experiment lasted more than a year. In the future, the researchers will use the same method to study currents in other materials. For the next material, they will study with graphene, in which electrons move extremely fast, almost at the speed of light. Brian says they expect to find some interesting results in graphene, which is really unique material. Charlene Chen, KUJH-TV News. Today is the first full day of classes of Charlene High School in Ohio since Monday's attack. Students was mourning the deaths of 3 teens in the shooting. Yesterday, the charge was filed in juvenile court against the 17-year-old suspect. One student injured in the shooting remains in serious condition. Another was released from the hospital Tuesday. The deadly shooting this week reminded some local schools about needing to be prepared. Lawrence High School Counselor Robert Shandy says the school uses a twofold approach to try to keep students safe.
The social workers, their involvement with students individually, and we as counselors fragment a piece of that, but our security system with the cameras that we have and the 3 security officers do an excellent job of being around the halls. They're very visible, they respond very quickly.
In the wake of the Charlene High School shooting and other tragedies at the universities across the country, schools are upgrading their security systems and installing public announcement systems just like this one here at KU. But one professor says while it is important to be prepared, it is more important to recognize warning signs in troubled students.
These are both long-term and short-term. On the long term, kids that come from violent kind of families, or if they have a history of drug abuse, or they have a tendency to solve problems with violence.
Lee says on the short term, warning signs can be looked for.
Some of those warning signs are kids that lose their temper on a daily basis. They maybe have been involved in physical fighting. Some kids actually will tell others that this is something they're planning.
Lee also says social media is one way to find out what kids are thinking, which could help teachers to prevent violent behaviors from happening in the first place. Charlene Chen, KUJH-TV News.
3, 2, 1.
Tuesday marked the 100-year anniversary of Oreo cookie. The Oreo milk's favorite cookie was first tasted in 1912. People throughout the world held celebrations to honor the Oreo. Singapore, Shanghai, Hong Kong, Dubai, and of course, New York. There are a few classic ways to eat the cookie: crack it in half, twist it open, and dunk it in milk. KU students and faculty members talk about their favorite ways to eat Oreos.
I like to open it up and then eat the cream first.
Like original way, like eating a small piece. And
I just like to eat it whole. My favorite way of eating Oreos is to pull them apart.
The company was first founded in New York City. The cream-filled cookies' popularity has soared in the past 100 years. More than 70 million Oreos are sold each day in more than 100 countries. Oreos are the top-selling cookies in the United States and pretty popular on the KU campus as well. Charlene Chen, KUJH-TV News.